One of the reasons why men are balding and also prematurely graying is a lack of nutrients in the body. Men are just not getting the necessary nutrition due to what they are consuming. Like I say about other body parts, the hair is alive, it's a breathing organ, and it requires food. It has to be fed, it needs its nourishment. Various foods for the hair include plants or herbs such as sage, rosemary, chamomile, and sarsaparilla, to name a few. When you're dealing with the hair, you want to think in terms of the endocrine system or the hormonal system. There's a link between these two. The hair is actually a part of and or linked to the hormonal system. Now, usually when there's problems on the head, there's also a problem with the lower head and the surrounding area, the surrounding organs, the testicles, vas deferens, the prostate gland, just the male reproductive system. And what happens in a lot of cases, not all cases, okay, but I'm just saying in a lot of cases, is that the man has depleted the nutrients via the sex act, ejaculation, on top of the poor diet, okay, and the lack of getting the necessary nutrients, and thereby becoming deficient in certain nutrients that are required for the optimal health and well-being of the hair, but as well as the male reproductive system. A lot of guys are balding due to imbalance with testosterone, and that can come from soy consumption or excessive or excess soy consumption, especially meat consumption, because the meats they're inundated with the female hormones, okay, especially synthetic estrogen. And estrogen is the male version, I'm sorry, testosterone is the male version of estrogen, a female hormone. So meats are saturated with estrogen. So estrogen inside the male body is going to adversely affect testosterone. Okay. So when you consider that fact there, okay, it is a fact that these meats are saturated with female hormones, whether you believe it or not. That's factual. And when it gets inside your body, it's gonna mess with testosterone. Testosterone is known for the promotion of hair growth. When you see women with mustache and hair on the chest, it's not because of progesterone or estrogen. It's because of testosterone. So there is a link between testosterone and hair growth pertaining to the male. So you need to think about that. And yes, if you're saying that, Tootie, are you saying that in order to make my hair grow back and to get rid of this balding and this premature graying, I gotta take care of that area down below? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes, I'm telling you that that's what you need to do, because there's a lot of energy, a lot of nutrients go out from that act that we as men enjoy. And when we're ignorant and we don't know how to put nutrients back in the body and thus remain deficient in these vital nutrients, we sabotage ourselves. I mean, it's going to manifest in some way, some shape, some fashion, some form. It's going to manifest. And in most cases, top of the head. So if you're having a problem with the head, look to the lower head. Is the lower head being fed? And many of these herbs that are good for the hair are also good for the male reproductive system, such as sarsaparilla. But then you also have licorice root, which is another exceptional herb for the male reproductive system. So any herb that's good for the male reproductive system is also going to be good for the hair. So if you're dealing with balding, check your meat and dairy consumption. Number one, diet is for the most part always implicated. So check your meat and dairy consumption. It would behoove you to consider going vegan and or raw, because now you're dealing with live foods. If you should, you know, go in the direction of raw foodism, and with veganism, you're going in the direction of abstaining from eating animals and their excreta that you may call dairy product. So you can't go wrong with the raw foods and or vegan diet or a whole foods plant-based diet. You cannot go wrong. Now, as far as nutrition or nutrients to put the nutrients into the body that are greatly lacking, I would recommend dhealthstore.com's hair, skin, and nails formula. Yes, it's cheaply purchased by women because women are more health conscious than men, at least on average. So I would recommend the hair, skin, and nail formulas because it contains the necessary nutrients that the hair needs. Okay, and again, a lot of these herbs in the hair, skin, and nail formula will also help the male reproductive system. So the hair, skin, and nail formula, the MSM sulfur. I haven't done a video on that yet, but I'm getting around to it. MSM sulfur. That causes everything on the body that's supposed to grow. And that's why you be seeing videos, my hair is short like this, and like out of nowhere, I'm gonna have a little mini fro. That's because of that MSM sulfur. And MSM sulfur is best consumed with orange juice, not that flash pasteurized crap, but you know, freshly squeezed organic orange juice. Um, MSM sulfur is dependent upon vitamin C for maximum absorption. So we have dhealthstore.com, hair, skin, and nails formula, MSM sulfur, also individual herbs of sarsaparilla, licorice, and tribulus, or what we call gokshura. You know, and I'm gonna tell you, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the Indian botanicals. Will work wonders for the hair. Now we're talking about external application now, topical application. Brahmi oil, amla oil, bringraj oil. These are some exceptional hair oils. I can't forget the Cliptoraj oil. These are all Ayurvedic Indian herbs, and they work wonders. They're plant-based, they're seed and nut-based. They work well. They smell good too. If you haven't tried our Indian Ayurvedic hair oils, you really should. They work wonders. Amla, Bringraj, Brahmi, and Ecliptoraj. Great hair oils. dhealthstore.com has a line of hair oils, the hair food oil, the hair stimulant, the hair repair oil, and a couple of other oils. I created them, but hell, there's too many for me to remember. So you have to go to the website, dhealthstore.com, and go to the hair care section, and you will see a listing of the DHS brand hair oils that work just as well, if not better, than those Indian Ayurvedic hair oils. I mean, there's a lot of things, fellas, that you can take for premature balding and premature graying. Okay, there's so much you can take and there's so much you can do. I would be remiss if I didn't recommend the male testicular oil. The male testicular oil, because when you're taking care of the male reproductive system, whether you know it or not, you're also taking care of what's on top of the head, which is the hair. Fellas, also start using a more healthy shampoo and conditioner. That's very important too. A lot of these pH balanced shampoos are really not pH balanced and will wreak havoc on your head. And you may be thinking like, what you mean will or may? God damn it, already has. That's why I'm asking you to make a video. What can I do to reverse the balding and the graying? Yeah, people, it just goes back to diet, you know, and lifestyle. We got to really check our toxic diet and our toxic lifestyle, because doing us in so many ways, so many ways. But nature, you got to love nature. She's great. She has provided the solutions. Nature always has a remedy, and it's out there. Again, those hair oils, Brahmi, Brain Garage, Amla, Ecliptorage, DHealthStore.com, Hair Food Oil, Hair Repair Oil, the Growth Stimulant Oil, the Locks and Twist Oil. There's a lot of stuff there on the market. And if you can't afford any of these products, I'm quite sure you can afford to get your hands on some olive oil, some coconut oil, some shea butter. These things also work well for purposes of the hair, treatment of the hair, okay, to help the hair grow back and to help the hair arrest from what they call premature graying, okay. You have balding. A lot of dudes are dealing with balding, and they're dealing with the gray hairs, and they don't like either or, and that's understandable. But some changes got to be made to the diet. Some changes have to be made to the diet. And if you've been one of these cats having sex for years and you've never replenished your foods to make zinc, I could say replace the zinc, and that's just being technical. But there's certain things that the body needs in order to produce what it naturally produces. Okay, so the body must have zinc. So foods that provide the body zinc include pumpkin seed, sunflower seed, and also sesame seed. Sesame seed is probably the least of the three seeds that I just named off, pumpkin seed and sunflower seed. They're rich in zinc. Cocculus root is a herb rich in zinc. So the zinc is out there, people. You just have to do the research and make sure you're getting that zinc from an organic source. Very important that the source is organic. There's the DHealthStore.com male testicular oil that is saturated with essential oils that have an affinity for the male reproductive system. And let me tell you something, people. I made this oil about 13 years ago, and I still use it, and it works wonders. It's very therapeutic, but at the same time, in a strange way, it's a nutritive. It's not a nutritive in the sense that you would consume it orally, but it's a nutritive in the sense that if you apply it to the testicles and if you apply it to the lingham, it will penetrate the skin and get into the bloodstream. And that's what's important. Okay? So all of this being under a blow dryer and, and there ain't no damn pimp. Only the pimps, man, be under blow dryer because the pimps get their hair rolled. No, you too, chump. So it's just a lot of things, people, we have to that we really have to be aware of. Getting your hair cut every 2 weeks, exposing it to radiation is not harmful, and sooner or later you're gonna pay for it. Wearing these hats, starving the hair from sunlight and oxygen, you're gonna pay for it. Using these cheap commercial shampoos like Jergens and Head and Shoulders, a time's gonna come, you're gonna pay for it. Okay, that hair is going to bald, and those white hairs are going to come about. They're going to come about, and you're not going to like it, and you're going to come to DHealthStore.com, and I'm going to tell you, and the people who work for DHealthStore.com are going to tell you the same exact things I told you in this video. Get you some nutrition. Okay, you may be a vegetarian, so bee pollen is right up your alley. Okay, you have, what is that? Brewer's yeast or nutritional yeast. You have sarsaparilla. You have licorice. You have Goxura. You have Irish moss. You have DHealthStore.com's Emerald Green Cell Foods, vitamin C formula, herbal iodine. The nutrition is there. Basically, what I'm saying, people, the nutrition is there. The products are there. Some of you guys are using the pomade. Get rid of the pomade and switch to mango butter. Switch to shea butter. These things allow the pores of the skin to breathe, and that's very true of the scalp. Okay, it allows the scalp to breathe. The scalp has to breathe. So you're gonna come out better using mango butter or even cocoa butter, shea butter, rather than using all of that Dukes and all that other stuff we used to use. Murray's hair pomade, which is petrolatum. I mean, there's this congealed gasoline you putting on your damn head. All somebody can do is light a match. Woof! You on fire. You on fire. Because you don't know what time it is. So let the hair breathe. You got cats wear baseball caps every single day. It's not cool. You know, you're getting your hair cut every week, every 2 weeks. Inundation of radiation. It's not cool, guys. It's not. It's not. So you can reverse premature graying, and you can also reverse balding, especially if you catch it in the early stages. Now, before I end this video, I want to talk about Fotiting, aka Shin Min. And that's one of the most profound herbs available for the hair because, see, it doesn't make the hair black, it only darkens the hair. So it doesn't matter what color the hair is, blonde, brunette, black, what have you. Um, this particular herb, Foti, F-O-T-I, helps to darken the color of the hair. Same thing like henna. It helps to darken the hair. Whatever color the hair may be at present, it serves to help darken it. Not make it black, but darken it. Okay? So there are some natural things on the scene there. If this video doesn't suffice, then hit me up at asktahuti@dhealthstore.com or call toll-free 888-823-9416. Men, if you are balding, if you are prematurely graying, give us a call. dhealthstore.com. Toll free 888-823-9416. On behalf of dhealthstore.com, I'm Tahuti Ma'atara. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Peace and love.